Hi, welcome to a new little vloggy vlog. I can't hear myself. Cool. So, we're doing a cozy vlog, y'all. Don't look at these pants. They're not where they're supposed to be. I have a vision for this closet, but it's yet to come to fruition. Let me put you up a little bit so you don't have to see it. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna get changed into some comfy clothes real quick, and then we're gonna go over the TBR for this little cozy weekend readathon. Maybe we'll do like a 48-hour readathon, 72-hour readathon. I don't know. We're just doing a thing where I just try to read as much as possible this weekend and ignore my phone. So, yeah. That is not the right drawer. Off to a good start. Good start. Okay. Let's do a matching set because I am like other girls. Hello. Stop. Okay, hi. So I'm in bed, although we're about to leave the bed. Get away from me. Because I am gonna go grab the food that just got delivered. Yes, it's Chipotle. I don't know what you want from me. So now that that's out of the way. It is 5:30. I have sufficiently spent enough time on the internet. I will probably do a little bit of scrolly on Instagram Reels whilst I'm eating dinner, because honestly, it's good because it gives me like an allotted amount of time, and then I can do, but also I kind of want to watch like some YouTube videos. I'm behind on my book girlies. I need to see what they're doing. All my Australian girlies, they're doing things, and I need to know. I will never get that accent down. However, let's talk about the books. So, I have Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I'd like to finish this weekend. I'm on chapter 12, page 153. So, we're just under halfway through. I'm really enjoying this. This is a arranged marriage. The vampires, the werewolves, they don't like each other. So they get married. Because that's the only way to solve conflict, naturally. And it is actually really good. It's like, I don't know, I'm just into it. They just drop you right into the world. It's our world, but featuring vampires and wares and humans. And then Her Radiant Curse is the book club book over on Patreon. Well, one of them. And I'm on chapter 12 of this too, but it's page 113 for this chapter 12. So they're a little bit longer. But if y'all watch the weekly vlogs, you know. I play a little game on my phone called Search. It is Search by Wordscapes. That's the thing that you look up on the App Store. You can just look up Search, and it's by Wordscapes. So that's all you need to know. And they have competitions. And I don't actually know how they decide who your competitors are, but I have fan casted my neighbors as my competitors. And one of my main competitors is named Gran, and she lives there. And now when she's working in her little garden, and I'm out there with Annabeth, it's hi, how you doing? When she gets near me, whoa! She's in here with us. It's the ghost again. No, Gran is alive and well and kicking my butt on Search, okay? So every time she gets close, I'm like, and I see her outside and she's like, oh, hi, how you doing? And I'm like, good. How are you doing? See, your phone's working. So I obviously want to listen to some audiobookage this weekend because I want to annihilate Grandma. And then I also have Finlay Donovan Rolls the Dice. This is the 4th book novella in the Finlay Donovan universe. But there is a novella. Did I say novella? I meant novel. There is a novella though. It's really cute. You should read it if you've read the other 3. Not if you haven't. It's not gonna make sense. Why do I hear sounds? What is that? That's my least favorite thing, is when I'm home alone and I have these headphones on and I start to hear sounds that I'm not playing anything on my phone, so what is it? I hate, every time I talk about there being a ghost in this house, something weird happens. Okay, but I want to read this too, so we got these 3 books, and then if those are all done, I'm starting the final strife. it's occurring. So that's my plans. We have a long weekend, but we're gonna start it tonight because we are having, me and Jake and I, the Jakester right there, we're having a little bachelor's. I thought that cabinet was a person, and I just about ascended heaven itself and left y'all here to deal with it. It wasn't, thankfully. So, right on. But I just finished doing some planners stuff, and we're gonna wrap up the doom scrolling early tonight so we can get to reading. And sorry. Let's go feed the kids first, and then we'll truly get it started. Don't look at the tree. I have some sprints going on Patreon, and then this is the book that I'll be reading during those now that dinner's over, everything's done. And then also, of course, I gotta do my word search. So if I want to do this, I will listen to Her Radiant Curse. But for now, I think we're gonna start with Bride. Please don't. Okay. So we're just gonna talk and I'm gonna record this. Okay. Hi guys that joined in. Literally spent the whole sprint deciding whether or not to make an iced coffee, then decided to make a half cap. Half caps are really good. Chris, we're the same person. Fuck it. Like, let's just be honest here. Imagine you're mouthing the words I'm saying exactly the exact time that I'm saying it. That'd be really scary. Oh, hi. No, come on over. Yep. Right there. Perfect. Hello. Why am I, like, acting like I'm greeting you for the first time every time? So, we have acquired a ginger, a tiny overlord, and we have my book. And we're still on the sprints. And I am going to see in 29 minutes, but 30 minutes, how many pages I can read, because I just read 20 in the last one and I want to really focus and just see how many I can read now. I'm just challenging myself because I don't know, but we're gonna see. Let's go. Okay, so I read to page 214 and I don't remember what page I told you I started at, so I'm just gonna smack the total page count on my forehead right now. Slay. I do think that I could potentially finish this tonight, not gonna lie to you. So I just might do that. And before someone asks, I'm gonna try to remember to link this book light down below, because it has 3 different things. You can have warm, cool, and then neutral tone lighting, and then also it splits into 2, like you can see. So it covers the whole book. It's like the perfect, like, so I'll put it down below, but I'm gonna see if I can speed run this book, because I'm really liking it. It's so good. It's like the perfect mix of like this lore of the vampires and the werewolves, and then also it's this world. It has a little dashing of like political intrigue and politicking between like infighting of the werewolves, and then also between human vampire, human werewolf, werewolf vampire, and then were and human relations. Like, it's interesting. I didn't think it would be that interesting, but I think that she's really managing all of them together so well that it's making it all very intriguing and keeping my attention much more than romance tends to. So, like, that's really exciting. I'm very happy about this. I did not foresee this coming. We'll see. I know there's still like half a book left, but I think I have 180 pages left, and I really do think I could probably finish that tonight if I focus. So let me do that.
So casually keep diving into concrete, so bittersweet. Keep losing sleep while driving.
Hi, I'm putting y'all down here at a very ugly oh my gosh, I'm like, hi. I just got my windshield fixed. If you saw the weekly vlog, they always take off this mirror. I don't know why they do that. Got me. So I keep it in every car now. But I'm gonna go really quick. We're gonna drop off this library book that I did not get to in time and hope that the hold comes in quickly, because I actually want to read it now, of course, because I can't, so that's why. But let's go do that, and then we will head home and do some reading.
The backseat, what's left of me, drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. How to keep the heat when it gets colder, you know. Sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark. Maybe just a bit.
Ha, I know I look crazy. So we're doing a little productive day thing. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. I actually don't know how this is gonna be. I actually look crazy. So I just got back from getting my windshield replaced because a freaking rock or something from someone's window hit me while I was driving. So that was productive to take away money from my bank account, but also it's done, so that's great. But we are going to be rebuilding Annabeth's enclosure outside. So if you don't know, we have a Russian tortoise called Annabeth, and she is currently hibernating. It's brumating for reptiles, but I say hibernating because most people know what that means. And yeah, let me just show you. It looks a mess because we're tearing it down right now, but the wind it's 33 degrees outside. So we have it right here. This is the whole thing. So it's 8 feet by 4, I want to say. And my dad installed those two and just used these bricks. And that's what a lot of people do for their Russian tortoise enclosure. And then my partner, I guess any tortoise, my partner did these, like made these little lids that got some steel mesh to keep out any critters, and put that cute little handle, and I love it. And I made my mission since, okay, if you put anything in a tortoise enclosure, she will eat it as soon as it sprouts off the ground. So while she's down for 6 months, I thought, oh, you know, from November to March, let me grow some grass in here for her. And it's like perfection. She would love this. She would eat this. They eat a lot of grass and stuff like that. However, we had an ant infestation right over here yonder, actually. This is why we're replacing it and making a new one, is because this was bowing out really bad. And I bought like a build your own. They do all the cuts and wood and stuff because I can't be bothered. I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. But it's like a raised garden bed essentially, but we're just doing a little bit of switcheroo to it to make it for her. But like, there was a huge ant pile that was here. So we're getting rid of all this dirt. And by getting rid of it, what I really mean is we're going to wheelbarrow it over into a big old pile. And I'm going to, this side, I'm going to get rid of completely. And by that, I just mean we're going to put it somewhere else for like a planter. Just because I know that the ants are probably still in there. And I don't want to mess with that. But then this, I'm going to put into a planter to grow my own weeds, grasses, and then like lettuces for her to eat. I do buy store-bought. It's like, a lot of people have a lot of opinions on that. Whatever. She likes it. I buy it. But I do want to get some more grass and stuff to incorporate. So we're gonna take all of this out. I'm gonna treat the hell out of this grass right here. And then what you do is you put down a bunch of like paver bricks or something like that. I don't know what they're called, but like stones, so that she can't dig out. And then we have 15 bags of soil. I'm probably gonna have to go back to Lowe's and buy more. I'm gonna pile that in. I'm gonna put some seeds down. But I think this weekend we're just tearing it down, and then next weekend I think I'm gonna be more involved. I'm gonna do the next weekend part of like setting up her actual enclosure, although not the wood part, because I will break it. I can't build things. But we're getting rid of all this. It's gonna be great. She will be keeping her little gnome god there. That's her little food bowl over there. It really grew in like super well, and there's a lot of it. And so honestly, I might try to like dig up some of it by the roots and put it in the new stuff, just because like this is so perfect. Also, I love how it grew around her stone, because I put water in here actually, and then I put her food on a stone because it helps to trim her beak and to keep her nails not too sharp. I do need to get some more stones to like put about, so when she's like running around. But all of this is coming down, replacing it, putting in the nicer stuff, and then that is when these come into play. As you can see, we've got some new growth on that, and these are flowering, which is a nice sign. And we've got some of the green growth here, and so I'm hoping to put this in there and make it a little bit better. I have a new one of these that I'm gonna build and put that in there too, and that I'm gonna try and see if I can heat it, but I don't know about all that. I don't know about that, but we will try. Hello. So I definitely took a little snooze there and then ate, as you saw, and now I'm gonna make a little pick-me-up half-calf coffee moment, and then I will be able to finish up Bride. And then I don't know. I kind of want to do some cross stitch, so that's an audiobook time, and I'm debating between continuing with my Misfortune audiobook, which is my cozy mystery series. This window. It's the cozy mystery series I'm currently working my way through. One of my favorites, if not my favorite, or Her Radiant Curse. I'm not really sure which one, but let us go. I've just finished charging my little Apple Watch, so let's go make a coffee. Hi guys, so I think I'm gonna film this entire little weekend vlog on this camera and pray that I don't absolutely hate it afterwards, but I just want to see what an entire vlog is like on this camera. I definitely think there is a lighting difference, just in the sense that I can't really adjust the lighting as much as I like to. I don't really like to try to edit lighting within the Aftermath, like in Final Cut Pro, which is what I used to edit. I don't like doing that. It's complicated and I don't fully know how to do it, so I don't. But, sorry, one second. I like this okay. I just can't fix the lighting as much as I can on my other camera, which makes sense, but that camera is a chunker. I always associate that with you can do more with them. And you can do a lot with this too. That's not to say that you can't, but whatever. Shut up, Olivia. Okay, so we are about 50 pages out from this. We're on maybe 60. I think I could finish this in about an hour. There's an epilogue. Skipping it. So 392 pages. I'm on 330, so we have like 60. We are less than 60. 58 pages left. Yay, love that. I love finishing books. Here's my thing with romance. This is kind of weird, but I get to a point where I'm over it. Like, I love the lead up. That's my favorite part. I feel like that's a lot of people's favorite parts, except for my partner, actually. When they do dabble, hi Ginger, in the romance, we've talked about this. They always like the, when they're actually like together, and I'm like, boring. But there's something for everyone, okay? Just not for me. But I have been watching some YouTube videos, and I was reading this, and I just thought, you know what I need? I need a body doubling session. I am going to sprinties. Oh, I hate the way that's spelled. We're gonna do some sprints with the people, okay? Over on Patreon. I love to do, if you don't know what reading sprints are, first of all, you can find them anywhere. It's not just like on Patreon or anything. Mine are because I am afraid of being on a live stream. Just because I'm already afraid of being perceived and being perceived in real time. Nay. Nay, nay, nay. But there's a lot on YouTube that you can watch, and I definitely recommend them if you are someone that like does well with like a study buddy or anything like that, or if you don't know what body doubling is, look it up. Basically, you just work in tandem with someone else, and sprints are perfect for that. The Pomodoro timer is perfect for that. I work better when I have like an actual person, and I am not, it depends. Sometimes I'm in the mood to watch people sprint, and sometimes I'm in the mood to be the sprinter because it forces me to focus more. So anyways, that's what we're doing. I think I'm gonna set it up for 45-minute sprints today. That seems good. No, we'll do an hour, and then we'll do 7-minute breaks. So basically, on this website that I use, you can pick a little room. It's lifeat.io, and it's free. And you just sign up. You can pick a little room to like do your little studying Pomodoro in, and then on the side there's a thing called a timer. Like the actual label is timer is what I mean. And it pops up the Pomodoro timer, which is basically time on, time off. So I do 60 minutes on, 7 minutes off, where you're just chatting or doing something else or taking a break. Normally I do hour and 30, but that's like, for me personally, I feel like those are like admin day lengths. Sometimes I'm a little bit more chatty and I need to get that out of my system so I can like actually really focus on the book. And also, aside, it's not, I have so many different kinds of anxiety feelings. If you have anxiety, let me know. Do you also have specific feelings? Like, and you know which anxiety is which? Because I have anxiety that stems from caffeine or sugar, is very bodily, but my anxiety right now is very mindy, and it is just very rumination-y is really what's going on. How many E's can I add to the end? And it's bothery me. E. So I want to kind of like not try to ignore the thoughts that are popping up, but just be like, okay, girl, direct the attention back to the now, like, you know. But it's a little easier to do that sometimes when you have people with you, and I love doing these with people over on Patreon. So I'm gonna go get that started, and we're gonna finish up Bride, and then we will chat about what our next book will be. So we're gonna mute here and put this guy on, make sure it's okay. And then we go live, and I'll wait a little bit to see if the people are here, and let's make sure this is up a little bit. If you're interested, if you use this website, my favorite one right now is Hobbit Village Ambiance Night at the Shire. I really love the sound of like southern summer nights. So like cicadas and crickets, all that jazz. This has some of that with some rain and wind, and it's very chill. But that is gonna be that. And then we will start some of these soon. Okay, so I have the sprints going and we are doing 60-minute ones, like I said. So I'm gonna get this one knocked out of the way. We will discuss my initial thoughts after finishing. I will have obviously more thought out thoughts when I get to the February reading wrap up, but after that we will dive into the next book. I don't know which route we're going, but we're going somewhere. Hello, party people. I finished Bride just now, and we are an hour into the stream, but I still have 26 minutes left, so I actually read really fast. To be fair, I skip a lot of those scenes and romances, and by a lot, I mean all of them, because I don't care, but this one honestly was surprisingly I think that I actually like all of Ali Hazelwood's books equally, save for her latest STEM romance. Why does that bump look like that? Good lord. I think I actually enjoy them all the same. I don't think I like this more or less than the other ones. It's just I like it differently, you know, because it's a paranormal romance, and I think it was fun. I really liked that she decided to actually have, and she does in the other ones too, but they're just, there's something different between a romance plot and like an actual plot, because I think romance plots sometimes can just prop up the book, but really the main plot is the romance, which is logical, that makes sense, it's not a bad thing, but it is a thing, and I don't always love it, but I do love this. The fact that we had the main character's best friend missing and we were searching for her. And then we also had all the politicking between the different species. We also had someone on the inside who was a traitor in the wares, and we had two different factions of the wares like fighting against each other and figuring that out too, and how that plays into things. Like, it was just a lot, but it wasn't too much of just one of the plots. It was enough, and they all kind of tied together to where it actually was interesting. And I think that I enjoyed it enough because it helped give this more of a slow burn feeling, despite the fact that I won't name the tropes, but if you look up the tropes of this book, I did, and I did not think this would be very slow burn feeling. I was going into this a little apprehensive, a little cautious, if you will. But it actually did feel slow burny. And I read this in like a few days. So to be honest, I'm a little shocked at how it didn't feel slow paced, but it felt really well paced, I guess is what I'm saying. And I really enjoyed this more than I thought I would. It's not a 5-star. I do think that I would be comfy sitting at a 4. I don't think it's a 4.5 either. The ending was a little messy with the other plot, and I do think one of the downfalls of including like a true plot in a romance is you have to also keep maintenance up on that and wrap that up just as well as anything else in the book, and I don't think that was the case here. I did read the epilogue, and I am excited. I thought the epilogue was a really good note to end on because it really wrapped up this romance and left a ... for another, and I really enjoy when books do that. And I also just liked the world that this was in. It was a very silly, goofy version of werewolves, vampires, and whatever, and it didn't take itself too seriously, and I think that that was a good thing for this book, because I think a problem that a lot of paranormal romance has is that it tries to be so serious, and I'm like, inherently, this does not feel very serious. So I feel like when you lean into that, and it doesn't mean it's not, you know, deserving of like respect as a genre or anything like that, but it's just like, yo, we're talking about vampires and werewolves. Like, it's really not that serious. It reminds me of a Cozy Mystery series that has, like, basically a Halloween town that this lawyer stumbles into upon and realizes, oh, dang, I'm a witch or something, I guess. That's so unserious. And it leans into that. And I think that that's a really good thing. And I liked this one leaned into the unseriousness of it all. And it was a good little time. So I think it is 4:40 right now. I still have time left on this sprint. We are 112 pages into Her Radiant Curse, so I think I'm gonna do this one next and do the cross stitch. Hello. So, about to do dinner, but I wanted to update you really quick where I'm at. It is 7 o'clock. I've got to page 188 of Her Radiant Curse. So, let's see. I think it's like 45%, but I have it on my Libby app. Yeah, it's exactly 45% into the book. I may stop with the audio for a little bit. I don't really know. I don't know. My brain needs a little bit of a break, so I'm gonna give it that while I eat, and then we'll see what my plan is. Because I want to keep reading. I'm in a reading mood, and really what I want is to keep reading so I can start another book that is on my February TBR, so that I can have it done by next week, like midweek, so I can start the final strife, because I'm gonna do a Patreon exclusive reading log for that. And I want to have a bunch of the other books. Like, I don't want to be reading a fantasy along with that fantasy, but a sci-fi would be fine to be reading alongside it. Does that make sense? Maybe. But yeah, we're gonna see how far I get into this. I may switch to just reading it physically. Not really sure. I also may go over and read on my Kindle, and that would be the new Finlay Donovan book. And that kind of sounds nice because I really do want to read, but I'm a little tired of listening, which sucks because I'm trying to win a freaking word search championship, and I am in 9th place, and Adelina, I think, it has 2,000 points, and I have 725, so I have a lot of catching up to do, but also maybe I'll like psych her out. And I'll like swoop in tomorrow and just, you know, maybe. Hi, baby. Hi. Have fun. Hi, so, we're putting the Christmas tree up. So stop leaving me those comments. Literally no one has, no one cares. It's a hair wash day, so we're gonna just ignore the hair till I wash it. I know I just turned on the light, and I turned on my little coffee maker, and that's like so cute and super Great, I love that B-roll footage, but I don't feel like waiting or making my coffee. My machine's been throwing a little bit of a fit lately, and it's just because I gotta adjust the grind size and stuff because the beans are a little older. That's fine. That's great. I love that. It's not even a problem, but it is a problem right now because I don't freaking want to do it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Dutch Bros and I'm gonna surprise my partner with a little Americano. So you're gonna come with me because I figured out how to use my little tripod stand, and hopefully you can hang out in the car. If not, I didn't have another plan. It literally sits perfectly right here under this mirror. Like, I love this camera. Okay, I'm also filming a reel because I want to be an Instagram reel girl, but I'm afraid of the internet. So we'll see how that goes. But let's go get coffee. We're gonna add some hazelnut, some hazelnut. This is the best one. And I don't know why I don't ask them to do it. Probably because they use Shawnaci and I am anti. What do you think, boo? That's true. Ooh, that shit tastes scrumptious. Okay, so I am an hour out from finishing Her Radiant Curse, and I have to take a little quick break from reading so that I can do some work on my laptop. I need to edit the weekly vlog going up. It's the one that just went up on Wednesday before this one goes up, and then I do need to start organizing all of these clips for that. Plus, I have a sponsorship I need to film and get all of that good stuff done for that. So while that is all happening, I'm going to put up a poll on Instagram to decide my fate between starting Empire of Silence and The Final Strife as my next book. The main reason I'm thinking about this one is I'm in the mood for a sci-fi and I want to start a new series. I'm excited about this book, and it is not a book that I have to do a specific vlog for. The Final Strife, on the other hand, thank you, Jake, is a fantasy I'm very excited for, and I do want to read, but I have to film its own little reading vlog for Patreon because it is the book club book for Patreon, and I try to film a reading vlog, some kind of video, but mainly a reading vlog every month, and that's for this one. So it'd be a dedicated thing, and then we wouldn't have anything to talk about. So we're gonna see what the people pick. I'm gonna do that thing where people like color over the covers and put like emojis or whatever to select, and we'll see what the people choose for me. Hopefully they're nice. Realistically, I don't know. Okay, so I had to remake the bed, obviously, for the Brooklinen one, which y'all not even bitter about because I freaking love. They're probably my favorite to work with, I think, just because I love their sheets so much. But I also wanted to show you. This one is from Home Goods, so I'm sorry. Here's the brand, if you can find that on the Google. It does shrink in the dryer, by the way, so it's now not long enough, but I just got this from Amazon, and I absolutely will link it down below because it is like perfection. We got the oversized king, so it literally goes down that far on both sides, which personally I like. And so we have our main comforter, I guess. It's really thin, but it's one of those thin ones that holds in heat really well. And then that one, just for a little extra something. This is more decoration, but I just really like the way that multiple patterns look. And then we have the pillows. And then this I wanted to show y'all, because this is my new reading situation. I'll link it too if you want to check out more pictures of it. But basically you sit right here, and then this is like a little tray. So am I like a toddler? Yes, but it's very comfortable. And I like having the supports on the sides for my arms, and it makes my posture better when I'm reading, and that's honestly what I need. So yeah, I think it looks quite nice. Okay, I found this new channel. Both of their I've been watching her, but I just found this new video. It's like a 2-hour cozy bookstore vlog. I am losing it. I could just watch these two in the car talking about books all day, to be honest with you. This is perfection. I have found my ultimate channel, and I'm gonna link it down below because y'all need it. I'm gonna link both of them because y'all just you just need this in your life. I'm just telling you, you just do. Man, I know I look a mess, but I don't think the camera needs pointed out that aggressively. So I am 47 minutes into editing the weekly vlog. It is so far 2 hours and a minute long, and I don't plan to cut it down. In fact, I think that there's more clips that I haven't uploaded to Final Cut yet. So yeah, we're gonna see about that. I am attempting really desperately to keep up with my little word search game. I'm obviously not listening to my book, but I wanted to update. I do have just an hour left on her Radiant Curse, so I think what I'm gonna do is finish this editing, and then I will finish up her Radiant Curse and shower. I might interchange those. I might shower first and then do her Radiant Curse and just do my word search and just kind of like chill. But it's only 12:30 right now, so I think I'm gonna go grab my leftover of my Dutch Bros coffee from this morning and then get back to the end. Hello, most handsome boy in all the land. Wow. That was a really good stretch. Oh, you're welcome. His favorite blanket is finally prepared, and he is having the best Sunday. Okay, hello. Where is my thing? Did you hear that? That's the closing of my laptop. It is a beautiful, beautiful sound to behold. And the sound of putting these, the sound of blowing your nose in the background, very aesthetic. To me, that signals that work is done. So it's not fully, but the 2-hour vlog has been edited. The Brooklinen ad was filmed, and we obviously have the new nice beautiful sheets on the bed. And I think the next order of business, it is currently, this is such an unflattering angle, I love it. It is 2:07 p.m. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spend time reading this. I am on chapter 34, page 324, and there's 400 pages. So I have 80 pages left. That's not bad at all. I think I will listen to it while I do my word search, and then we will do a final check on what y'all chose for my fate over on Instagram. I want so badly to read both of them, actually. I think I will end up going with this one because I'm in the mood for something not fantasy, and I think so as a mood reader, I'm really good at gauging what I need to do to have a book have its best chance at being a good book for me, and that typically involves not reading a bunch of the same genre back to back. Now, sometimes when I have like a good string of fantasy or sci-fi, or if it's a series, then that doesn't matter. It's kind of null and void. But right now, I don't know how much I'm gonna like. I have a theory that I'm really gonna enjoy this, but because it needs to be its own vlog, and I'm already in the middle of this one, and I have to start a weekly vlog, but those are more lifestyle, so that would be better to film in tandem with the reading vlog. I think I'm gonna do this one after I get a little bit into this one, because this will put me in a different genre, a different vibe and mood that will be separate from her Radiant Curse, which is a fantasy. And I think getting a little bit of a switch up will put me in a better place to really enjoy this one fully like I should, because like I said, sometimes when I'm very flighty with my genre moods, I need to switch up what I'm reading a lot. But these are kind of the last two that I really, really want to get to for February. I have 2 more books over on my TBR for February actually, but I'm not 100% sure if I will read them, just because another one of them, they're both actually fantasy. One of them is very close to what Crescent City is, like just with the urban fantasy vibes and the fae and all that stuff. And the other one is another YA fantasy, which is fine, that's nothing bad. I just can't guarantee I'll be in the mood. And I, in 2024, have decided never are we gonna make myself read something that I'm not into, you know? Because reading is supposed to be fun, and forcing yourself to read something is literally, I think personally, the least fun thing you can do for like this hobby. Like, this is a hobby overall, you know? Like, reading is supposed to be super fun. And actually, having spoken to a lot of people about it, reading has not gotten as hobby-less or not as fun for me as I have had a lot of my friends say that it has for them. And genuinely, I think it's because I so heavily just give into the mood reading. Like, that's just how I am. I'm just a mood reader. It's just gonna be what it is. Zero reason to fight it. And then I don't do a lot of planned things. Like, my plan is to read 200 pages a day for a week, or, you know, those kind of vlogs, but I don't do TBR vlogs as much. The only one that I've done recently that I can think of is the Goodreads choice for fantasy romance. And that one, although I had a solid time making it, I think it really came down to, like, I was lucky with which books I read when. I was already kind of over it with that vlog. Like, I like the vlog. I think it went well, and I enjoyed what I read, and I don't regret it, obviously. And if I could guarantee it would be like that again, I'm probably gonna do Goodreads this year, too. I hate having such a set thing, which is funny because my TBRs have been working better this year than any other year. Like, I have never finished a TBR, and I finished my January TBR early. Like, that's crazy. That legitimately never happens. And then this one, I'm on my way to finish as well. Like, it's just, what is going on? I don't know. But let us go shower and fix whatever's going on here. We'll do skincare so that I can feel nice and refreshed once more. And we will finish up her Radiant Curse. Yes. Look at this guy sleeping. He's like, go ahead and finish editing that vlog so you can get me my expensive bougie boy joint treats. Hi guys. Oh my god. Jake just shook his head and it scared me. So, I have finished her Radiant Curse, and I am still settling on what my rating is, but I think it's gonna be a 4 because I really did enjoy it. I liked it more than I thought I would, and it left me wanting to go dive into the book that this is a prologue for. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad that I read it, and please don't comment like how it relates to, I think it's 6 Crimson Cranes, because I want to go find out for myself. I really like to read those prologue prequel books before the original ones. Typically authors don't publish it in that order, but I prefer to, because then it's like that whole story this was like a complete story on its own, but you can tell that it's like a lore-based, or no, it's not a lore-based story. I feel like the books coming next are lore-based stories, and this is the lore featured, and I like that. It was really cool to see. So I am excited to get the other ones. I obviously own them. Well, I don't know if I have the second. I definitely have 6 Crimson Cranes, And then I also want to finish the other duology I have of hers, because this author is definitely going to be an auto checkout author for me. I'm really trying to reframe the way that I even talk about getting books, because I need to stop buying so many. And obviously checking out from the library supports your library, and that's important to do too. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've read 5. So I read 6 books. 5 of them were library books. Just saying. One of them was also a Fairy Loot book. That's pretty good. Like, because my goals are to only read from the library and to read the BookBox books as I get them. I also created a list on my notes app of, like, by month, because I have Illumicrate, Fairy Loot YA, Fairy Loot Adult. I have the 3. And I want to just read the books and keep track of them, although I also like to keep track of it based on the Instagram that I follow, which is Autumn Books, I think, or something like that. And they are really good at, and they like always get it right to predict what the books are going to be. So it's not a secret subscription service, because I want to skip the ones I'm not interested in. So with Illumicrate, I think I've skipped one. I think I skipped March's book because the reviews weren't too great. And I was like, okay, well, if I do happen to read it, if more reviews come out, then I can go to the library, read it myself if I love it. Then if I love it enough, I could purchase the Illumicrate edition. You know, like that thinking is kind of where I'm going now with buying books. With Fairy Loot, though, they kind of suck. Because they limit your skips so drastically. Illumicrate, you don't have any limits. I think you just can't skip a certain number, like, in a row, because they don't want you to just be on there and holding the spot when someone else could be having the spot and actually, like, using it, I guess. Which I think is that's a fair sentiment. But with Fairy Loot only allowing you to skip 4 in a year, I think that that's not. But I could see how probably Fairy Loot has more issue with people signing up for it, because it doesn't seem like they can expand their list at the moment. And I feel as though they have more issues with stock than Illumicrate does. Why is this turning into an analysis of book boxes? Couldn't tell. The Throne of Glass special editions that they're doing, honestly, I really like the editions that I have, because I really wanted fantasy books that had a white color scheme to them, because so much fantasy books are dark. Like my Brandon Sanderson ones, I also love the UK editions because they are white, black, and red, and I think that looks so pretty next to all these dark based like color tones of fantasy books of like browns and grays and purples, which are pretty, but when every book looks like that, it's a lot. I don't know if I'm going to buy them, though. Like, it's going to really depend on what they look like. Because, number 1, they're going to be expensive. Number 2, it's going to be stressful to get them. And number 3, that'll be a second set of a really long series, and I don't really need that. So, we will see. More than likely, I probably will not buy them. And I'm pretty proud. Even though technically I could, because my only rule is you can't buy special editions of books you haven't read yet. Anywho, all that to say, I am going to go try a little bit of Empire of Silence. This is the beginning of is it an epic space opera or something? Something like that? Not 100% sure. But I know that a lot of people are really out enjoying this right now, and I want to be a fantasy bro, and I want to enjoy it as well. So I'm gonna try and see what we think. Someone likened it to Red Rising, and I was like, actually a few someone's via Goodreads, YouTube, and then like me actually talking to people. So that's a pretty good freaking sign for me, because that's my all-time favorite. See, I don't know what my favorite series of all time are, because that's definitely one of them, like for sure. Throne of Glasses, but just for the vibes, and by vibes I mean the nostalgia. And then I don't know what else. That's an interesting question I've asked myself. I should really think on that. For now, I'm going to go out and hang out in the living room, read this book, drink my water because I need to catch up on that. And that's probably going to be what we do for the night. But I will try and check in one more time before I go to bed.
Hear the birds and see the sun Side by side, our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.